We bring to you a new edition of Teams Agenda this week, a special report that focuses on the activities and achievements of the Teams Agenda of Lagos State Governor. Successful inventors tend to be unemotional, allowing the greed and fear of others to play into their hands. By having confidence in their own analysis and judgment, they respond to market forces not with blind emotion, but with calculated reason. To this end, over the years, the Lagos State government has made concerted efforts to curb the menace of street trading with an enforcement agency because of the general belief that street hawking leads to traffic congestion and the sale of fake products and traffic robberies, among other insecurities. In today's special report on Teams Agenda this week, Zainab Adebeshi of our News and Current Affairs Department examines the former Lagos State Environmental Sanitation Corps, now rebranded as Kick Against Indiscipline, KAI, in line with the Teams Agenda of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. In line with Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's Teams Agenda at promoting a cleaner, hygienic, and aesthetically resplendent environment in the state, as well as ensuring total enforcement of the environmental sanitation laws, the Lagos State government declared an Operation Zero Tolerance on street trading across the metropolis. It is a common scene on Lagos roads to see children under the age of 16 years selling openly, leaving them vulnerable to physical and sexual abuse. Not comfortable with this trend, the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, upon assumption in office, read the Riot Act and signed an order to stop all forms of environmental nuisances. Rebranded as KAI during the present administration, the agency was established consequent upon the new law signed on March 1, 2017 as part of the broad environmental sanitation reforms in the environment sector. The establishment of the agency under the Ministry of the Environment came up with the provision for the Environmental Court with the jurisdiction to hear and determine civil and criminal proceedings in respect of an offence committed in contravention to the provision of the Environmental Protection Law 2017. Also established was an Environmental Administrative Complaints Panel that shall receive and investigate all complaints relating to the operations, functions, and activities of the agency. As part of the new developments, the agency, by power of its establishment, shall serve enforcement notices, namely stop work order, quit notice, seal up notice, demolition notice to abate any nuisances to the owner of the premises constituting the nuisance or the person responsible for it. Its vision is to promote a cleaner, hygienic, aesthetically resplendent environment and a mission of constantly monitoring Lagos environs in line with global best practices of enforcement technique. In consonance with the vision of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on Teams Agenda, the agency, within its statutory duties as stipulated in Part 14 of the Lagos State Environmental Management and Protection Law 2017, and in line with interfacing seamlessly with other stakeholders in the environment family, most especially Lagos State Waste Management Authority, LOMA, at the commencement of this administration to reduce to the barest minimum substantial amounts of domestic and industrial waste that littered every nook and cranny in the state as a cleaner environment begets prosperity. The agency, under the present administration, has made its impact felt in the clearing of Ikoyi, Victoria Island, and Lekki Phase 1 axis of environmental infractions to the barest minimum, clearing of CMD Road and Akpongbo to outer and inner marina of major environmental infractions, and handing over to LASPAC for further action. Removal of illegal traders on Herbert Macaulay Way and Muitala Mohammed Way in Oyingbo to ease free flow of traffic and encourage the use of the road as a result of 3rd Mainland Bridge closure for rehabilitation. It also prompted the use of Lagos State Residence Registration Agency (LASRA) and tax identification number for payment of fines. Other achievements include clearing of Sabo and Navi Road area to ease traffic as a result of the 3rd Mainland Rehabilitation Project, expanding the operational division from 10 to 21 for proactive and reactive efficiencies, removal of all major infractions at Toll Gate 7-Up area, while sanity is regularly sustained by men of the agency, clearing of shelves built on the major road by Post Office at Agege, removal of gas station and depot close to public schools on Shebi Otimo Road, Agege, Ewututun, and Methodist Primary School at Mafoluku Oshodi, among others. Collaboration with Lagos State Building Control Agency LAPSCA on identifying distressed building and illegal construction across the state. Reduction in hawking across major highways, drastic reduction in corruption among personnel of the agency attributed to more disciplinary measures coordinated by the Provost Department and the application of Key Performance Indicators KPI, creating positive image. November last year, operatives of the agency were drafted to markets and adjoining streets with standing instructions to arrest any street trader found within the vicinity. Also in March this year, it stepped up its operations to ensure total clampdown on the arrest of recalcitrant traders not yielding to the various warnings and advocacy on street trading and hawking in different parts of Lagos State. To this end, in the last 1 year, the agency arrested about 3,040 offenders, male 2,920, while female 120 illegal hawkers, and prosecuted 2,511. Corroborating the plans to carry out its mandate in line with the team's agenda, Corps Marshal of the agency, Akinpelu Gbemisola, noted that Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has directed that all the roads in the state be rid of any form of impediment for free flow of traffic as well as safety of all and sundry. Akinpelu also reiterates that walkways are meant for pedestrians to walk and not for trading activities, so as to give room for motorists to enjoy smooth vehicular movement and to also nip in the bud rising numbers of hawkers on major highways, which pose grave security implications for motorists as criminals disguised as hawkers exploiting the opportunity to dispossess them of their valuables.
Sanity has been restored to my 12 market, Okeodo and Oyingbo market, with the impressive results recorded with the continuous sustenance. Also, we have been able to enforce usage of pedestrian bridges across the state with our officers on standby. We have been able to combat street trading, which still remains illegal in Lagos State.
Apart from cases of robbery and impeding free flow of traffic and pedestrian movements, many lives have been lost due to brake failure as hit-and-run drivers sometimes knock down hawkers, while some roads are always locked down as a result of activities of traders who display their goods on the roads. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the agency constantly admonished market leaders to also scale up their advocacy on the need to maintain environmental cleanliness around the markets and encourage personal hygiene among members and other market users by engaging in regular hand washing with soap and water, as well as regular use of hand sanitizers, face masks, and always consult their nearest hospital for any ailments to ensure that the spread of the virus is curtailed.
They should cooperate with the government of Mr. Olusola Babajide Sanwo-Olu to make sure that there is sanity in Lagos, there is cleanliness, and they should stop habit of dumping refuse in the drainage. The Lagosians should try and make use of the pedestrian bridge. It is meant for them. It is not for decoration. They should make sure officers stop crossing the highway. They should also stop, the traders should also stop trading on the walkway. They should make use of the market and cooperate with Lagos State government to achieve the best and the unique Lagos State.
While some are of the view that buying on the street is particularly convenient for commuters who spend hours a day in traffic, other persons are of the opinion that items sold on the streets and roadside are also easier to find and more cheaper. Also, street trading has been a contentious issue in Lagos State for years. Children under the age of 16 years sell openly, leaving them vulnerable to physical and sexual abuse. We spoke with some of these traders.
No work. I just think say I don't feel enter criminal. If the thing I do now, it's better enter criminal. I be armed robber.
But we are not happy with the work.
There's some people that sell the load up. That is what they used to feed their family. And if they say that they should support, they don't want them. If they want people that sell in traffic to stop, maybe they should put, if it's work for them to do, to feed their family. If it's work for them to do, or anything else for them to do. Because stopping in selling the load up, they don't have any option to do again.
It's not easy. It's better for them to pop, sell a little, use it to take care of themselves than for them to start going for hand robbery or doing all such things that is not supposed to do.
Some residents also made their opinions known.
The danger of street trading, it covers a lot of areas. I'll begin with child labor. A lot of these kids, because their parents can't afford them to go to school, or most times after they come back from school, the parent forces them to, go trade so that they will have more money. So it's not a good system for a child growing up under such environment. Another danger is an accident. Because of the way they run after vehicles, it can cause an unforeseen accident scene. So their life is actually in danger.
The public to stop street trading because it can cause accidents, and by doing so, they can even lose their life in the way that they are trading their business. So I want the public to stop street trading. Street trading is not good. It's not good. What happened is that many people will be saying that they don't have money. They don't have money to set up a small-scale business. But when the eventually accident happen, the cost will be more than opening another shop for them. So they should stop street trading.
Yeah, to my whole view of understanding, I think the workers, they are prone to accidents, and also, for instance, if I buy something from someone selling bottled water, and at the end of the day, I throw it on the streets, we mess up the streets of Lagos, and, it causes flood, and it makes government to spend more on drainages and all that. Child labor. For instance, some parents will send their children on the street to hawk before going to school. Come to think of it, that's very bad. Whereas other students are in school reading, whereas their own children are on the streets hawking. I think government should look into it. For instance, if their parents have something to feed them, something to give them to go to school, they won't send their children on the streets to hawk.
It is clear that the vision of the present administration and the state, led by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, is to ensure zero tolerance for any form of environmental infractions. Hence, the task before the agency to perform its tasks through effective strategy to ensure a healthy and cleaner environment. Lagos residents have a huge part to play in ensuring that this is achieved by greatly supporting the government in all ramifications. This is where we draw the curtains on this week's edition of the special report on the activities and achievements of the team's agenda, focusing on the activities of the former Lagos State Environmental Sanitation Corps, now rebranded as Kick Against Indiscipline, KAI. For feedback, you can follow us on all our social media platforms. Twitter at Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram Lagos Traffic, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe to our channel, Traffic Radio 961. This program is a production of Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. I am Abiola Fagbolagun.